And musicians often face the occupational hazards that come with being famous, but in Mexico, many are finding themselves in the middle of drug-related violence.
More than 2,000 people have been killed in turf wars, among them some of the country's most admired performers. Franc Contreras reports from the city of Morelia, where locals are hoping a government crackdown will reduce the number of deaths.
Nightlife in Mexico's provincial capital of Morelia. Walking through the city's calm streets, the last thing you'd expect morning to bring are images like these. Sergio Gomez, lead singer of the popular group Capaz, found dead just outside the city limits. He went missing after a concert, his body discovered days later. Around the same time, singer Saida Peña was recovering in hospital, shot several times by a group of men wielding powerful assault rifles. She didn't survive. In her hospital bed, an unidentified gunman slipped into her room and shot her dead. Gomez often sang narco-corridos, songs glorifying those behind Mexico's growing drug-related violence. Nearly 2,500 people have been killed this year alone. Peña sang mostly about love. Their deaths bring to 13 the number of musicians killed in the past year and a half, leaving members of other bands across the country concerned about their own safety. This group, the Domadora Banda Jinete, or Dominating Horsemen's Band, performs regularly in front of hundreds of fans. Security getting into these performances, like most shows, is pretty strict, though more and more bands, like Jinete, want extra assurances.
It's an enormous fear, this idea of having to go out, carrying this worry around with you, and working with the fear of being assaulted, being kidnapped, or worse, being killed.
And while the audience enjoys the evening, backstage, another singer from the group admitted things are only getting worse.
We run many risks, but at the end of the day, it's part of our job. So we're just here to play for the people. Unfortunately, in Mexico, violence is increasing each day, and it affects all of us.
Justice officials here in Michoacan's state capital of Morelia haven't linked the murder of Sergio Gomez to drug trafficking. They haven't ruled it out either. In fact, they haven't said much about the case. But at the national level, President Felipe Calderón, who's actually from this city, has repeated his usual promise when combating drug violence. He's sending in more federal troops. Peña's case, like the others, remains unresolved. Government officials claim the crackdown is showing signs of promise.
The
number of violent homicides related to drug trafficking this year is close to last year's figures. But as a tendency, it will go down next year.
Hardly encouraging words for the people of Morelia. And in a city where even the lit crossing figures seem to be running for cover, there's little chance that sort of fear will stop anytime soon. Franc Contreras, Jazeera, Morelia, Mexico.